What's more important, inward transformation or outward transformation? Hi, my name's Dave, and welcome to my daily journey through the Daily Stoic. 366 meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hasselman. If you enjoy Stoic content and self-improvement, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. Today is August 20th, where it counts. Quote, "Inwardly, we ought to be different in every respect, but our outer dress should blend in with the crowd." End quote. SENECA, Moral Letters 5.2. Dionysius the Cynic was a controversial philosopher who wandered the streets like a homeless person. A few thousand years later, his utterances still make us think. But if most of us had seen him at that time, we'd have thought, who is that crazy guy? It's tempting to take philosophy to extremes, but who does that serve? In fact, rejection of the basics of society alienates other people, even threatens them. More important, outward transformation in our clothes, in our cars, in our grooming might feel important, but it's superficial compared to the inward change. That's the change we only know about. And that's the powerful change, right? Like when you start to change the inner, then the outer will change along with it. That's kind of what I get out of this, is that, philosophy and self-improvement isn't just about kind of the superficial outer changes. It's really about that inner change. And when you start to make those inner changes and those developing what you believe in, developing those skill sets, your values, understanding your place in the world of where you want to go, you'll naturally start to dress better. You'll take care of yourself more. Like my kind of philosophy or my qualities of what I think it means to be a human being is understanding, honesty, understanding, maturity, assertiveness, and nurturing. I think these are kind of the base qualities that make a great human being. And when you start to work on those qualities, the outer things will naturally start to change, because when you've directed your spotlight where your ship wants to go in the wind, you're able to attack it much clearer instead of just going around in circles. You know your direction, but if you don't have that stability, then you're building your things just on the superficial. You're building in sand versus building with rock. And the thing is, though, when you're trying to build on rock, it takes longer to get there, right? It takes that conviction, that internal fortitude to really kind of build and hold to your values, hold to where you're at. When you build on sand, as soon as something comes along, it'll blow it away. Like that, when you're living on that superficial level, things will blow away so much easier, because you're like, oh, now I got to do this trend and this trend and this trend. And then you forget who you are, because you're constantly changing for others instead of going back down, compressing that sand, turning into rock, into glass, into something solid that you have a firm foundation to live on, a firm foundation to grow your life from. If you don't have that first, the other stuff is a moot point. That comes later. If you don't start, the funny thing is you see so many people who are like, oh yeah, we got to do the outside things first. Oh, you got to get the Bugatti and the nice clothes and the watch and all this. That all comes secondary to understanding who you are, to finding that relationship of self-love and of that internal relationship with the thing that you are. And philosophy isn't something to be just like, oh, we talk about it, or like, oh, it's just out there. No, it's really about how to live day-to-day life, particularly the Stoics, right? They weren't monks. They didn't go to monasteries. They were business people. They lived and worked in the world, right? This is about practical living, not about like living in the, I'm going to go to the mountaintop and go home. No, it's really about recognizing the practicality of living day-to-day life so you can handle all the things that life throws at you, because life will throw things at you. And if you don't have that firm foundation, this firm set of values and that why and that direction of where you're going, you're going to get blown away so easily. And this is one of the kind of key tenets that I teach about in my coaching program, is really building that firm inner foundation of your life, that spiritual life. And I don't mean like in a religious way, but in that internal self, that you are strong in who you are, and you have that certainty and belief that you can make anything happen. And it doesn't matter what the world throws at you, because you are a rock, you are the mountain. Nothing will like really affect you as much because you're not being blown away by the superficial. Then you can get the nice car, and then the cars and the nice things and the girlfriend and the partners and the watches. All that stuff comes later, but it doesn't really mean much unless you have that internal core foundation, which, like I said, is one of the core things of my teaching program. If you're interested in kind of learning how to master that, feel free to reach out to me. And I do offer a free 30-minute discovery call to see how I can help you build that core foundation so you can get the most out of life and most out of who you are and build what you need to do to succeed in life. I think that's all I got for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Stay tuned for tomorrow and have a great